Guys, let's talk about the single greatest weapon in sales. I've been doing sales for over 10 years, and this is something I would strongly encourage you guys to not just study, but to master, because you can use it all throughout the sales process. There's many different places that you can use it, and I'm going to explain the whole context of this. But what I'm talking about is the pullback, okay? The pullback. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is a couple days ago, one of my students, they told me, or they made a comment in our private group, and they said that they had hooked a couple business owners, right? And guys, again, we're talking about this within the context of rank and rent inside of this business model, but this applies to any kind of sales, insurance sales, door-to-door sales, doing security, solar, shoe cleaner. It doesn't matter. You can use this. But this specific student, they said, hey, I've gotten 2 business owners on the hook, which means that they've agreed to take a couple free leads. I've sent them the free leads and they're not showing up for the call. They're ghosting me for the close. And so I said, okay, awesome. I know exactly what we need to talk about. And we did an entire live presentation, an hour-long live presentation. I think it was last week, or maybe it was the week before. So I want to just briefly touch on this. But I told them, I said, the answer to your problem, or the answer to your question is very, very simple. It is the pullback, okay? And what the pullback is, guys, is it is literally you pulling back, right? You're selling, you're selling, you're selling, you're giving, and then you're taking it off of the table. And the reason that you do this, guys, is it allows you to see where the customer's at. It allows you to see, hey, it allows you to call their bluff, right? And so what I told this student, I said, look, is when you cold call a customer, when you cold call somebody and give them the spiel, hey, I'm going to give you a couple of free leads in exchange for a phone call or a Zoom call in a couple days, is that cool? And they're going along, yeah, sounds good, but it just sounds too good to be true. It feels too good to be true, and you're not quite sure. It just doesn't quite feel right. You need to call their bluff, and you need to do what's called the pullback. You need to almost take the deal off the table to see what they do and how they respond. And so I gave him an example, and that's what I do. Guys, every single time I get to the end of a cold call, if I'm not 100% sure that this guy or gal is going along with me, maybe they're just telling me. What you have to remember, guys, it's easier for business owners to just go along with you and say, yeah, and just never answer the phone. It's hard for people to say no. Some people don't know how to say no. So you may think you have this great pitch, you've got somebody on the hook, and the reality is they just don't know how to tell you no. So all I told him, I said, do the pullback at the end of the call. Let him know, say to the business owner, hey, Mr. Business Owner, I appreciate your time, and I just want to check with you. I don't want to waste my time or your time, but are you actually hungry to grow? I know you're paying for this service or that service, and you're spending money on advertising, but if I give you a couple leads, are you going to answer my call? Are we going to talk? Because make no mistake, I am here to earn your business. I'm going to give you value first, but I am here to earn your business. I'm not running a nonprofit. Are you going to answer the call when I send these leads over? Are you going to get on the phone with me? Because if not, let's not pretend you're doing me a favor. I can give free leads to anybody. I could throw a rock and hit 20 people that want free work. Do you actually want to grow? And are you with me, or are you just telling me that because you don't want to hurt my feelings because I'm good? Something like that. You could be more articulate, whatever, right? When you say this, guys, the people who were never going to answer the phone, or they were just in it for the free leads anyway, guess what? You're giving them the opportunity to walk. You're giving them the opportunity to go, well, you know what, Nick, I really appreciate it, but we're just really busy and we're focusing on commercial jobs and blah, 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 blah. Whatever the excuse is. No problem, dude. That's great. Thanks for telling me. You just saved yourself some time. Now, the people that were coming along, maybe they're sidetracked, maybe they're busy, whatever the case is, those people are going to stop and go, no. I am very interested. We've been talking about this. Me and my wife, me and my partner, me and my husband. We have been talking about doing something different. We're tired of paying XYZ company, and this is perfect timing. I'm sorry if I seem distracted. I'm doing this. And they will come closer because they want the deal. They like the sound of it, and you have got them on the hook. So guys, the beautiful thing about the pullback, I use it on my cold call if I'm feeling like it's a little sketchy. I use it after I've sent a few free leads and I'm not getting a good response, or they're not answering the phone. I'll message the business owner and say, hey, do you not want leads? Because if I don't hear from you by 5 o'clock, I've sent you 3 texts, I've got hot jobs that are going to waste, then I'm going to move on, right? Pullback, boom, okay? I use it during the closing call. What it is, guys, you have to remember, it's the law of control. The person, he or she, who cares the least or appears to care the least has the control. So when you're doing the pullback, you need to remember you have the control. And I don't mean that you have to fake it. I don't mean you have to tell yourself that. Think about it. Think about this, guys. You are somebody that has this ability to generate leads in their market, right? And you can work with any business owner. All their money, whether it's Jack, Jill, Sam, or Betty, that money, last I checked, it all spends the same, okay? His money is not more valuable than her money. I don't care who I work with. There are, the business owners are a commodity. There's 20 of them, or 5 of them, or 15 of them, or 50 of them. Guess how many there are of me? Guess how many there are of you? One, right? There is one of you that's going to be sending hot exclusive leads. So guys, remember this. Use the pullback, study the pullback, master the pullback. It is the greatest weapon in sales. Go start closing some deals, guys.